charts. Yay! All right, so today, well, we're just going to talk about, we're going to talk a little bit about the Scorpio and Venus placement, and we'll talk about Scorpio in general. I basically just want to take questions after I've done my talk on the Scorpio and Venus placements. I forgot to do that in my last live. And Dave, I believe it was you that asked me that question. So I want to go ahead and address that in this video about the Venus and Scorpio traits. So we're going to do that. And Dave says, oh, thank you. Thank you for the happy Mother's Day. Yay. All right. So I know people will probably come in later, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Venus and Scorpio placements, like the characteristics, like their dominant traits. Dave, you said you had Venus and Scorpio. So I believe your question was something like, how does it show up in your relationships or in your life or whatever? So let's go ahead and talk about what it means to be a Scorpio. So, so let's see here. A Scorpio in Venus relationships. Well, let's just go ahead and take a closer look at what they'd be like. They're going to be like really obsessive. They're going to test your loyalty. They're going to seduce you and emotionally bond to the people that they love. Okay. Now, the dominant traits of a Venus and Scorpio, well, they're naturally going to be very magnetic without even trying. And you better believe they are emotionally intense, especially when making love to the person that they're in a relationship with. Oh, and get this, they are emotionally possessive, but they will hide their possessive nature, believe it or not, especially in the beginning of a relationship. I know that sounds kind of spooky for some of you out there, but they still need to test the waters. Okay, they need to test your loyalty. Scorpio Venus people need complete emotional soul merging, or let me just be honest, they really need a complete body, soul, and spirit merging with their loved ones. So they're going to really notice like changes in their loved ones, like their tone of voice, the shift in vibes, that sort of thing. They are going to be very observant of the people that they love. And Scorpio in the Venus placement is super intense, like really intense. They're extremely loyal. This is a really, really good placement for people that want to be with somebody who's extremely loyal in relationships. They tend not to trust what people say. They trust patterns. And the most of the Venus and Scorpio people I know, they definitely can become very manipulative if they're very insecure of themselves or of their relationship in general. And you can expect them to need complete devotion from their loved one. So I've got someone else coming in here. They usually won't entertain casual dating, and more than likely they're going to remember like everything about you. Like, you have to understand that Scorpios are a water sign, and water stores memories. And Scorpio and Venus peeps are extremely private, but emotionally consuming. And check this out. They secretly want to be chosen above everyone else. Now, they can become jealous even when they are pretending not to care. So let me explain. So if their loved one is giving their time, attention, and money to another person, that Scorpio and Venus placement will tend to see that as emotional, as that person being emotionally disloyal to them, okay? Because they're investing their time and energies into another person. And that will tend to make that Venus and Scorpio person feel very threatened in an emotional sense. Now, look, Scorpios are possessive and territorial, and they read energy shifts like instantly. You can't hide anything from them. Okay, so they want emotional power in their relationships. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to check the chat because I want to go ahead and take a break from this. I saw some new people coming in here, so let me go ahead and look at the chats. All right, let's see. We've got Fun Feds. Hello, happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to you. Fun Feds World. See, may depend on Venus aspects to other planets. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. Right now, hun, I'm just like covering like the general dominant traits of Venus and Scorpio, but you're absolutely right. It really depends on aspects to other planets. So, but generally speaking, you know, Scorpio and Venus are very intense, very loyal. But yeah, you have to look at the whole natal birth chart. So I'm really glad that you brought that up because it's just like when people come to me and email me, they're like, I don't know if I believe in astrology because I don't act like my sun sign. And I'm like, well, you're you're not just your sun sign. You're a bunch of other placements. Let's look at your full blueprint. Your sun sign is one aspect, one tiny little piece of the puzzle that makes up you. So, yeah, a lot of times they have a dominant placement like in Mars or their moon sign or something like that. So you have to really look at everything. So, a lot of people don't take that into consideration where they just throw the baby out with the bathwater if they don't have the attributes of their sun sign. But, you know, I mean, I think what got me into astrology was because I didn't relate with my sun sign. And I'm like, why? I have these certain traits and they're nothing like my sun sign. So then it got me into astrology. And then I realized, oh, this is why I act like this. Okay, I can see it's all right here, the full blueprint in front of me. So let's see here. You say may depend on Venus aspects to other planets. Yeah, and then some like me have a Venus Mars mutual reception. Right? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yep, yeah, yeah. You have to. I'm glad that you are familiar with your natal birth chart instead of just like coming in here and going, oh my gosh, I have none of the Venus and Mars characteristics. I don't, you know, it's like, well, then let's look at the rest of your natal birth chart. You know, so there's more to a person than their sun sign. There's more to the natal birth chart than just the placements. There's the houses and the aspects and all of that other stuff. I mean, you can go deep. Right now, I want to keep it general for like the newbies. In my videos, like I tend to go really, really deep. And when I go into the next level of explaining a natal birth chart to my community, I'm going to make it deep, but also easy to understand. But there's so many people that come to my channel that are just, you know, looking into astrology. They're new to the whole idea of astrology. So I like to keep things like basic anyway. So I am going to have to grab something here, you guys. I am going to make sure I don't forget anything. And if you have any questions, please don't be shy. That's what I'm here for. I go live so I can help my ladies and gentlemen with their Scorpio lady or man in their life. It's funny because when I get on here and I go live expecting questions. I don't get them. And then I check my email and I'm flooded with emails, especially from ladies that are having issues with their Scorpio man. And it's just like, where were you the other day? I went live 3 times in 1 week. So anyway, but that's okay because with Scorpios, you know, if a Scorpio needs to reach out to me, they want it to be private. Scorpios are more private, but and not everyone wants to like put their dirty laundry out there, you know. But I mean, it's I was writing out all of my notes for each of my lives, and I was like going through notebook after notebook, and I'm like, I have a phone I can keep notes on, so all right. And then I'm trying to go, okay, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And so I was talking about the Venus and Scorpio traits. Let's see. I see Astro. Yeah, absolutely. Fun feeds. Fun feds. No, that's not. It's fun feeds. Okay. Yeah, Astro 101. Yeah. I like to do the Astro 101s. And then like when I actually am creating my videos, I like to go really deep. And I like to tell stories, my personal stories. A lot of the things that I teach on my channel are from personal experiences. I have read a ton of books and I could go by books, but I tend to, I've got several decades of living and experiences in my life. So most everything that I teach is based off of my personal experiences. I just happen to have and know a lot of Scorpios throughout my life. And my daughter is a Scorpio. Okay, so and she's a stellium. She's got 5 placements in her birth chart of Scorpio. So anyways, we're going to get back here on track. And I have to have notes, you guys. ADHD. I'll start talking about rainbows and butterflies if I don't have notes to keep me on course. And I kid you not, that is just the way it is. So where did I leave off? Okay, once, yeah. So for like most of the Scorpio placements, the Scorpio and Venus, you know, they will definitely test your loyalty. And they'll do it without even telling you, okay. Yeah, oh, you do? You have ADHD too? Yeah. It's challenging. I'm doing more live now to help train myself, to help make myself be more focused and organized. When I create a video, it's a lot easier for me to stay focused. But like on live, I want to be there for everybody anyways. And then it gets me off course. And then even when I'm talking about something, I'll start talking about something that has nothing to do with what I was just talking about. So talk about Scorpios and then end up talking about, you know, aliens from another galaxy. It was the way. Yeah, I'm sure you understand that, huh? That fun feeds. Okay, so and if you guys happen to be Venus in Scorpio, you know, go ahead and chime in. And if not, if you're just a Scorpio with Scorpio placements or a stellium, I would love to hear from you too. Like I said, don't be shy with me. I'm probably the easiest person you could ever talk to, so, or ask questions. So with all Scorpio and Venus are going to be needing emotional, they're going to need an emotional bond with you. And like I was saying, they don't just want that emotional attachment and bond with their loved one. They literally want to consume you, your soul, everything. Okay, so Scorpio is a very intense place. Scorpio, like I said, is a fixed water sign. So they have they remember everything. Water stores memories. So yeah, a Scorpio may get around to forgiving someone that has hurt them, but they will never forget. And so a lot of times people say that they're like, ooh, I don't want to deal with the Scorpio. They're too emotional. They seem, extreme hot and cold, or extreme, happy, then extreme in the depths of despair. And they're like really like an extremist on all levels, on all areas of their life. It's like they're really, really, high, and then they're really, really low, and they're really, really angry, and they're really, really, happy. And that goes for all Scorpio placements. But yeah, Scorpio and Venus definitely is going to test you. Now, they give 110% loyalty, so they expect it in return. And it's not just even physical loyalty, it's emotional loyalty. So when they see their loved one like flirting with another person, giving their time, attention, and all that to another person, that is emotional disloyalty in their eyes. And this is, like I said, general traits of a Venus in Scorpio, or Scorpio, period. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's Scorpio sun or Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. That's like a general across the board. Scorpios give like all of their selves, they give their emotions, their soul. They want to consume their partner's soul and heart. The Venus in Scorpio is like a great place. Like if you're out there, if you're someone out there looking for a partner that's going to be loyal to you, check the Venus in loyal placement. They will love you forever. If they truly do like fall in love with you, they will love you forever, just like a Capricorn. So yeah, I mean, it has to be real love though. And it's not easy to capture a Scorpio's heart. They either love you or they don't. And there's no in between. And yes, absolutely. They value truth and loyalty. Absolutely. Yes. They are not going to respect you if you're lying, if you lack integrity, if you're sleeping with every person in town. I mean, personally, no. So there's going to be a lot of testing, especially if they have strong feelings for you in the beginning of a relationship. They're going to test your loyalty with little things. They're going to pretend. They're going to be so like nonchalant on the outward appearance. They're going to act like they don't care. If they hear you talking about somebody, they'll say, hey, go ahead, go out to go hang out with Joe Schmo, whatever. Go ahead. But that's on the outward. They're going to appear so calm and cool and collected, but inside it's really, they're testing you. They're testing you to see, okay, so this person that I'm interested in or I love is going out with so and so, or hanging out with so and so of the opposite sex. Let's see how they act. Let's see what they do. And they're going to be, the Scorpio person is going to be like, they're literally going to turn into an FBI investigator. Okay. So they're going to be watching your every move. They're going to observe your tone of voice. They're going to watch your body language. They're going to see, they literally will know your vibe. If your vibe has shifted, how much it's shifted, and how they're literally, so if you come back, if their loved one comes back home from hanging out with that person, they said it was okay, that you can go do, and you come, and that person comes back home glowing and happy and everything, the Scorpio is going to be like, why are they so happy hanging out with that other person? They don't act that happy. They don't glow up like that around me, So yeah, the Scorpio is going to be watching and observing like everything about their loved one, whether it's someone they're in love with and secretly, or it's their girlfriend or wife, whatever. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of testing loyalty. If you can't hang with the Scorpio always testing you, this is part of their nature, by the way. This isn't something they're like sitting down and plotting. It just is natural. It's a natural trait. They do it without even thinking. It's just natural for them to do that. Let's see here. And another Scorpio recognize another Scorpio. Let's see here. This is fun feeds. Let's see. They value truth and loyalty. Okay, I already Oh, okay, it's gone. I'm trying to chase a comment that was retracted. All right, so yeah, the Scorpio is going to value integrity and loyalty above all. If a person does not show loyalty with their actions, the Scorpio's gonna just move on. A lot of times a Scorpio, even if they started to care about you, if you start displaying behavior of disloyalty and lack of integrity and all that, if that kind of behavior starts coming to the surface, a Scorpio may just disappear and never tell you why. I mean, a Scorpio doesn't need closure. And so anybody who is in a Scorpio's life or ends up falling for a Scorpio, don't always expect closure if a Scorpio just all of a sudden disappears. Because, yeah, a lot of times they will disappear if they have found evidence that you have cheated, lied, been disloyal, backstabbed them, the whole 9 yards. Now, if you're married to a Scorpio, they're not going to just throw away the marriage instantly. They will pull back, and they will pull back all of their affections and emotions and all that. But generally, they will give that person a chance to change. Generally, if the Scorpio actually does love their wife or husband or whatever, that the Scorpio usually what I have found in the Scorpios closest to me that I know personally, they fight for the relationship. They may pull back their affections and emotions until that other person has proven again and earned their trust again, so they can safely open up emotionally. But now, if a Scorpio is not married to you, don't expect closure. Don't expect closure. If they're just dating you or just talking to you and there's some interest there and they find out you have some shady behavior, don't expect a goodbye. If you get one, then count yourself lucky. So if they do disappear and come back, believe me, they're going to do it on their terms. And if you hound them when they disappear and pressurize them and act all chaotic, like a chaotic mess, believe me, you won't hear from them. You'll push them further away. Scorpios want nothing to do with emotional chaotic messes. They have to feel emotionally safe to come back to you. So anyways, yeah. So the Scorpio and Venus, yeah. That is a really good placement for having a serious relationship, but it's also like a detriment because Scorpio and Venus people, because they are so intense and they love so deeply and they give so much, they rarely ever get it back in return. It is what I have heard from people that have this placement. Their hearts get so broken, like they fall in love and they fall in love forever and they fall in love so hard, but it's generally not reciprocated. And so, yeah, but yeah, I just had to put that out there. And that's just from people that I've personally spoke to that have that placement. And the Scorpio and Venus, yeah, they can definitely be possessive of their loved ones and territorial. A lot of times that kind of behavior looks like jealousy to the outside world. And I have to say, the Scorpio in any placement, whether it's sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, whatever, it's not necessarily jealousy that they're displaying, it's possessiveness. They feel like they own you because they have put all of their emotions and being into you and into the relationship. So yeah, they can definitely act possessive. And if you like a person being obsessed over you, because there's a lot of women out there that tell me, oh my gosh, I would love it if a man was obsessed with me. Well, the Scorpio and Venus, or Scorpio and moon signs, Scorpio, even sun signs, can become very obsessive with the people they love. And you may even find that some of them stalk the people they love, but they usually do it like behind the scenes. They normally don't do it right in their face. They try to do it in a sneaky way, but believe me, they're always going to be checking your social media accounts. They might drive by your house to see if you're home, or some other person is there visiting. They might try to be somewhere where they think you're going to be. Like if they know you go to the gym, the same gym as them, they have an idea of when you actually go to the gym. They might try to be at the gym at the same time as you. Yeah, there's going to be a certain amount of lighthearted stalking, if that's just what it is. They're not there to actually like harm you. They're just really into you, and they get in. Scorpios definitely can become obsessed with the one person that they love, and yeah, if you want a man or a woman, especially a man, to obsess over you, ladies, if you're out there, get you a Scorpio and Venus man, okay? Or Scorpio and moon. Okay, Scorpio and moons are very intense too. So, now, the loyalty is everything. And like what Fun Feeds was saying, they value honesty and loyalty above all. And I know that, personally speaking, because I have personally and am still dealing with a Venus and Scorpio. They definitely are manipulative, especially when they feel very insecure, their emotions get hurt, or they feel slighted in an emotional way. With Scorpios, it's never about their ego, it's about their emotions, because they give all of their emotions and soul and everything. Okay, so if any of these traits that I have presented to you like rub you the wrong way, then a Scorpio and Venus is not for you. They are intense. They're going to love you. They're going to want to consume you. They're gonna give you loyalty, but they expect it in return. If a Scorpio person ever becomes disloyal, it's because, normally speaking, you were disloyal to them first. Scorpios are not going to, and I'm saying this in a generalized manner, Scorpios are usually never going to be the first person in a relationship to lie or cheat or become disloyal. If their partner has become disloyal in any sort of way, emotionally or energetically, yeah, Scorpio is going to mirror that energy. And you can call it revenge, you can call it vengeance, whatever you want to call it. I call it mirroring, because a Scorpio, whether it's in Venus or sun or moon or whatever, they will definitely mirror back to you the same behavior and energies that you have given to them. And a lot of people, and this is Scorpios, get the bad rap of being, oh my gosh, they're so revengeful, they're so mean. And yeah, Scorpios can become mean, because Scorpios are all or nothing. They're black or white. They're either really, really, really good, or they're really, really, really bad. And if you have got on their blacklist, because that's what I call it, if people get on my blacklist, they usually end up, well, just leave it there. You guys can use your imaginations, but just to say Hades takes care of business. Let me put it that way. A Scorpio usually never has to lift a finger if someone has done a Scorpio wrong. And if they are an evolved Scorpio, they generally don't have to lift a finger. Hades from the underworld takes care of business. You can call it karma, you can call it whatever you want. I like to call it what it is. So but there is definitely Scorpios out there in all placements that take matters into their own hands. So, and I know that I personally did that way back in my younger years with my first husband. I took matters into my own hands. I had no regrets, and I still don't have any regrets about it. But if I had just let Hades from the underworld take care of business for me, it probably would have turned out better. But nothing bad happened to me or anything like that. But yeah, once I stopped mirroring bad behavior from someone, things turned out so much more fierce and so much better because I didn't have to be involved anymore. I just walk away and just like, whatever. So yeah, you have to know if you're dealing with an emotionally or actually a spiritually evolved transformed Scorpio, because no matter if they're Scorpio and Venus, a Scorpio sun, they still need to transform through the at least 7 stages. There's at least 7. And your goal is, as a Scorpio, to transform into the sorcerer, not the Phoenix, but the sorcerer. So, yeah, that is if you're dealing with an unevolved Scorpio, a very immature, spiritually immature Scorpio, then yeah, you're going to get a Scorpio that's going to use their stinger a lot. It's like it's going to feel like every wrong move you make, you're going to get stung. Don't look at them the wrong way, or you're going to get stung. Your tone, the way you talk to them, better be respectful, or boom, they're going to sting you. So you want to know if you meet a Scorpio sun, moon, or Scorpio and Venus, or whatever, you want to know, are they evolved? Are they mature? Because if not, you're going to be in a world of hurt. These Scorpios will sting the heck out of you if you let them. And you need to have very strong boundaries when dealing with the Scorpio. They cannot respect a weak person. You have to be emotionally strong and have very strong emotional boundaries if you're going to swim in the ocean with them. Okay, if you're gonna get in a relationship or contemplate getting in a relationship with a Scorpio, you need to know that about them. If they are not evolved, then you might want to just think really strongly about just exiting stage left. Just, yeah, Scorpios that are damaged, that are not evolving will hurt you. It will hurt you. But Scorpios have so much to offer a person. They have love and care. They're so loving and caring and kind. And man, they make great lovers. They're very passionate in the sheets. Okay, everything expands. Hi, dude intense. Yes, hi, by the way. Okay, hi. Yes, yes. Scorpio and Venus, Scorpio, no matter what placement you are, they're intense. Okay, I mean, they're gonna give you that like intense eye contact, which I can do it when I'm like really angry, or if I want to eat you or kill you, you're going to see it. But my intensity shows up a lot. I get very passionate about like the things I believe in and that sort of thing. And I won't smile. But then the Leo dominant traits are fighting the Scorpion, and it's like, okay, you are going to smile whether you like it or not. So now let's see if I got to everybody. Okay, no questions yet. All right, so we'll just continue on here. So now when you're dealing with a Scorpio Venus, you're dealing with somebody that is going to need these 4 things in a relationship. Okay, this is what a Scorpio Venus person needs. They're going to need obsession. They're going to need emotional transformation and spiritual transformation, not only with themselves, but with their partner. They need to be with a partner that is saying, hey, I'm going to spiritually evolve with you. Like I said, Scorpios do not respect weak people. You have to be emotionally strong. See, Scorpios in any placement is not afraid of the dark. They're not afraid of their own shadow. They, like most people, seem to like run from their own shadows, like literally, where Scorpio is like, okay, I see death, I see darkness, I'm not afraid of it, I'm going to face it head on. Scorpios are not afraid of death. They're not afraid of the oogie boogies creeping around. They're definitely not afraid of their own shadows. Where most folks are so afraid of what's inside of themselves. But when a Scorpio is present, that other person just runs to the hills, like literally tripping over their own shadow on their way to that hill. So yeah, it's Scorpios are so brave. They're brave in relationships. They're brave in their careers. They're brave in general, just brave souls. And if a Scorpio likes you or loves you, or if they're really into you, you are going to know it without a doubt. Okay. Without a doubt. You won't be sitting there going, does that Scorpio man or woman like me? No, they will make it known. They'll make it known. They may not grab you and kiss you in public because they're not really big on the PDA. Okay. They like to keep their life, personal life, all that mushy stuff behind, hidden doors. Unless they've got some other strong placements in their chart. If they got a lot of Leo or Sag or whatever, they might be more prone to doing things in public, but generally speaking, Scorpios like a private life. They like to keep everything on the down low. So yeah, they're very brave. Oh, hi, Dee Dee North. Am I pronouncing that right? Hi there, love. Is it easy or hard to divorce for Scorpio man? Now that is a really good question. I would say it's going to be really hard for them. If I was to look at them in terms of against other signs out there, once a Scorpio man is married, usually, it's going to have to take a lot for them to divorce. Now, if the woman divorces, then okay, but for the Scorpio man to take initiative, I rarely see that. It does happen, don't get me wrong, it does happen, but I don't see it as much in Scorpios when they're married as I do in other signs. Like, I don't know, that's just from my personal experiences with dealing with Scorpios in my life, males and females, of course. If they're not married, they usually walk away, a little easier. But once they're married, they're giving all of themselves to that marriage. If if they've been in a long marriage, I don't know if the Scorpio person you're talking about had been in a long marriage, and it literally it's an exhausted marriage. Like literally, they hit the end of the road. Like there's nowhere go. There's no spiritual transformation. No one is evolving, especially the partner isn't evolving. Like Scorpios can fall out of love. Yeah, absolutely. They can get bored easy if there's no mystery there anymore. If there's no, what do you call it? Spiritual evolution on their partners. It definitely can happen, but Scorpios tend to fight for their marriages or relationships more than most signs do. So I'm going to say that just in general here, it's harder for a Scorpio man to get a divorce. But I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because I'm sure it does. I'm trying to think if I know any Scorpio men that have, I think I know one, and I know a lot of Scorpio men, or have known a lot of Scorpio men. And I think I only know one, but he was also married for like 26 years or longer, and his partner was not evolving. He hit a brick wall. He was just like, he had fallen out of love with her, like literally. So he did get divorced, but that was after a long marriage where he tried to fight for the marriage, once a Scorpio is done, they're done. Like once they get to that point, whether they're married or not, that they're done, that's it. They can see that there's nothing else is going to come from that relationship. Then yeah, they'll definitely get divorced. But they're going to fight for it first. You see what I'm saying? A lot of other signs might just throw in the towel easy and go, screw this, I'm out of here, you know. But Scorpios tend to fight first for their marriage before they go ahead and say, hey, I want a divorce. Because Scorpios are in the marriage for the long haul. They don't do casual marriages or casual relationships. You will not see Scorpios in situationships unless they're, of course, young and unevolved. Then you might see them, of course, playing around. But if they're not married, then whatever. To each is their own, right? So, but if a Scorpio is into you, like seriously into you, they're in it for the long haul. Okay. They're not into, I don't know a lot of Scorpios that do the friends with benefits. I mean, maybe some of you know personally some Scorpios that do like friends with benefits or situationships. I don't know a lot of Scorpios that do those things unless they're really, really young, of course, you know, and they're unevolved. But I'm talking about like mature Scorpios that are looking for a relationship, you know, who've got a good heart and good head on their shoulders. You know, I don't see that with that sign much. I mean, I know that the younger Scorpios do it for sure. But, you know, if they're not married, then whatever. So, yeah, happy Scorpio day. Yay. Smile philosophy. Hi, smile philosophy. Everything expands. Hello. I just want to make sure I get my hellos out there. Dee Noor, hello. I'm so happy to see you guys out here. Yay. Yes, you're right. It's not Happy Mother's Day. No, I'm just kidding. It is. But it's also Happy Scorpio. Happy Scorpio Mother's Day. How about that? Happy Scorpio Mother's Day. Yes. So, yeah. And I'm still waiting for, no, I look silly, but I'm waiting for the questions. I'm like, where's Priscilla and all the other ladies that contact me wanting to know how to deal with their Scorpio man? I'm like, where are you? Let's see. Yeah. Thank you, Didi Noor. That happy Scorpio day. Yes. So that's what I call it. Anyways, let me go ahead and look on my notes. I'm just thrilled that you guys all chimed in and came on here to say hello. Okay, so I want to make sure I got all the important parts. I talked about them needing extreme bonds. I talked about possessiveness. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about how Scorpios seduce. Woo! Okay. How they seduce the people or the love interests in their life. Of course, they're going to use their eye contact. You guys know that Scorpio stare, you know, that one that they want to eat you or kill you. They want to consume you. Eye contact, but they will make eye contact. I know this, not only do I do this, but the Scorpio men that I have dated in the far past always gave me that, I want to eat you and consume you. Felt like it was Halloween day. But we both were looking at each other like that. So it was like, the energy was just like crazy. Anyways, so they give you that extreme eye contact. The emotional intensity is going to be there. You are going to feel the intensity of a Scorpio that's really, really into you. Okay. There's not going to be any doubts at all. They will hold incredible, intense eye contact with you when they're talking to you, when they are listening to you. And believe me, they're going to do less talking. They're going to do more questions. They're going to ask a lot of questions. They're going to want to know everything about you. And they're going to want to go deep right away. And if you can't handle that, going deep, emotionally deep, they're going to want to know your childhood traumas, what are the things that you were afraid of when you were a child? What are the worst things you've gone through in life? They're going to ask you all kinds of very deep, personal, emotional questions. They're going to do less talking and a lot of listening, but believe me, the eye contact's going to be there. It's going to be intense, folks. Okay, I kid you not. It's going to be there. And it's so they seduce their loved ones with being vulnerable. And that is very true. This is very true. Like, they will open up to a certain amount and be vulnerable to you. And the more safe they feel emotionally speaking, and this is where a lot of people ask me in my emails and stuff, like, what do you mean Scorpios are afraid? They become afraid. Well, I'm going to clarify what they're afraid of. They become afraid emotionally. They feel unsafe. If you are lying to them, backstabbing them, cheating, being deceptive, being sneaky, being shady. Okay? You guys know shady behavior, don't you? They are going to pull themselves back, pull their energies back, pull their affections back, and yeah, so that's what I mean by when a Scorpio becomes afraid. Okay, it's not like that they're afraid of you physically. That's not what they're afraid of. They're not afraid of their darkness or your darkness. They're not afraid of going deep with you, because that's what they want. They want to get all the goods on you because they need that emotional bond with you. And they need to know that they can feel safe slowly opening up to you emotionally. Because once they do give their heart, oh my goodness, it's the deepest love and the most intense, purest, deepest love of all the zodiac signs. Okay, that's just the facts right there. I'm not saying the other zodiac signs and other people don't love, but Scorpios give it all. They give it all on the soul level. Okay, so that's like they go as deep as you can go. It's deep, folks. It's deep. So these are the ways that they seduce their love interest or the person they're dating or whatever. So they also need mystery. Okay, they need to feel like that you aren't putting all of your cards out on the table and saying, "Oop, this is who I am." They need to have some mystery there. And they themselves want to remain mysterious too. They're not going to be, no Scorpio that I've ever known is going to just lay it out all on the line and say, "This is who I am." I mean, they might physically take off all their clothes and go, but emotionally speaking, no. So they want a partner that's also not going to be showing all of their cards. They definitely want a partner that's vulnerable and will talk about and go deep with them and talk about their deepest fears in life and that sort of thing. They don't want the superficial conversations. They don't want to be talking about weather with you. Okay, that's not how they are going to soul bond with you or emotionally bond to you or attach. If they're thinking of you in terms of the long haul, marriage partner or whatever, believe me, the last thing they're thinking about is talking to you about the weather or superficial things or what was on Netflix the other month or whatever. I mean, that's not what they have in mind. Okay, you need to go and talk to a Libra or somebody or someone who does more of the superficial stuff. Okay, the Scorpio doesn't do anything light. They're not a light and fluffy sign. Okay, yes, they're loving and caring and kind. You have to earn your place in Scorpio's very small sanctum. You have to earn it. You're not just gonna like, here you go, here's, unblinded trust. Like they aren't gonna hand you trust on a platter. You have to earn that with the Scorpio. So anyways, we were talking about how they seduce you. They seduce you with their eye contact. Okay, you guys know the infamous eye contact, the death, I call it the death stare, but it goes both ways. Okay, they either want to eat you or they want to kill you. Okay, so the mystery is very important to them. If they feel like they know you inside and out and there's no mystery left, they get bored. Yeah, you don't want a bored Scorpio. And like I was saying, like they want that emotional bond with you, and they will say things like, they will ask you questions like, what are you afraid of in life? Um, what makes your spirit soar? What are the things that truly are going to make you happy? But the more deep you can go with the Scorpio, the more they're going to eat that up. Okay, so you got to be willing to go deep and dark with them, and not all in the same day, you guys. Okay, you don't dive into the deep end and expose everything, because then where's the mystery, you guys? Then it's boring. So, and I tell you what, I do get bored with people. Like, oh man, that has been a big thing of mine since I was a child. Like, I get bored with people because it's like so many people are either too afraid to show who they are, they're too afraid to go deep, to show their traumas and their scars, to talk about their scars, to talk about those things that matter in life. And all they want to do is talk about what's on TV. Or, I'm like, oh, they just want to talk about their favorite bands or favorite music groups or whatever. To me, that's superficial. That's superficial. How am I going to learn you based on the band you listen to, or based on your favorite color or your favorite number? Like that, I'm sorry. Like next year, your favorite color could be yellow instead of blue, or your favorite band can change. But I want to know your soul. I want to know what's going on inside of you. So let's get into you. Okay, this is what's going on in a Scorpio's mind. When they meet someone and they really want to get emotionally entangled with somebody, and they're feeling all the feels, they don't care about your favorite color. Okay, they don't. Sorry, folks, I don't mean to ruin what's going on there with, I meet so many people throughout my whole life. They're so shallow. So it's like, is there any depth to you? Because if there is, I'd like to see it. Like now would be nice. I want to see some of that depth. You don't have to show me all of it all in one day, but sometime in this century, I would like to see a speck of depth from you. And Scorpios are looking for that. If they can't bond with you on that deep emotional level, then they're probably going to just use you, walk away. I mean, you're useless to them. You're not valuable to a Scorpio. You have no depth. If you don't have a kind heart, if you don't have integrity or loyalty, you hang it up, you guys, hang it up. Even an unevolved Scorpio is going to want somebody who's loyal to them. Okay. Period. So straight across the board, loyalty, emotional loyalty is number one. I would have to say that is number one, emotional loyalty. Where do your loyalties lie? That's what the Scorpio is going to be watching. They're, like I said, they're going to watch you like an FBI investigator, like literally. They're going to watch you like a hawk, and the loyalty for Scorpio, let me take this a little bit deeper. For Scorpio Venus, Scorpio Sun, Moon. Okay, if you got a stellium in Scorpio, you're dominant Scorpio. Let me take this one step further, because this is how I am. Loyalty to a Scorpio is completely different than maybe loyalty to others. Like for instance, let me give you an example. Let's say that I'm in a, wow, how did that happen, you guys? My Osbot camera just zoomed in on me. Do you guys want to see the color of my eyes? Do you want to see the color of my soul? I'm not sure how that happened. Okay, so what just happened? That was weird because I didn't touch anything, you guys. I'm like, hold on, let me fix this because I don't like feeling my head's cut off, but you can see my eyes. Hold on. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this to. Is it working? Yeah. You don't know what happened here. Oh, well. So I was trying to give you guys an example of what it looks like, what Scorpio loyalty looks like, but my camera is doing its own thing. It's got its own mind, you guys. It's one of those Osbot cameras that's motion censored, but I guess me going like this made it zoom in on me. You're like, oh, hello, everyone. You see my tonsils? So I will give you an example here. Let me sec. I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone's questions. Whoa, wow. Yeah. 5 body step. Oh, okay. So everything expands. You have, you're a 5 body stellium. Awesome. You want to share what those are? I would like to know. I'm curious. Okay, so like it's a crash zoom for dramatic intensity. Oh, yeah, you're right about that. It happened right when I typed 5 body stellium. Oh my God. Yeah. Something weird happened because I wasn't touching anything like. So we don't mind the closeness, but we understand the distance. Yeah, there you go. That was a perfect thing to say. It's a perfect Scorpio thing to say. Awesome. It was right when you mentioned stellium. Yeah. It's the intensity. Oh my goodness, you guys. My camera's catching on. Are you a Scorpio camera? It was made in the month of October or something. Getting all crazy on me like I am. So like, yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know why it's not zooming out, but I can't find my Zoom either, or my app thingy jabob. Hold on, guys. Don't go anywhere. I got to try to fix this really quick, if you guys don't mind. I'm still here. I put it on wide. Let me see. Does that work? Yay! Oh my gosh, I got space, you guys. Whew, I can breathe again. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, I was trying to give you guys an example of what true Scorpio loyalty looks like. So let's see, let me think. Say for instance, a Scorpio is casually acquainted with somebody in a group. And it's a group that the Scorpio's lover is also a part of. Okay, so like if they go out to, let's say they go out, like there's 4 people going out. There's a Scorpio, the Scorpio lover, and then they have 2 other people that are joining them that they're not really close to. They're just people they hang out with casually, but they're all 4 going out. So you got the Scorpio and the Scorpio's lover or whatever, love interest. Okay, let's say love interest. And then the 2 other tag-alongs or whatever. Okay, so they're in a public setting, or maybe not, maybe they're just going out to dinner. Okay, so let's say that one of those tag-alongs does something really nasty to the Scorpio. Okay, says something really disrespectful to the Scorpio, treats them with disrespect or whatever. And then the Scorpio's lover knows that that's happening. Okay, and does not take the side of their Scorpio. They start maybe taking the side of the tag along, or they just stay quiet and not say anything. They don't do anything. Or a couple days later, Scorpio sees their lover talking it up with that tag along who disrespected the Scorpio. And they're laughing and they're giggling and living it up. with that person, the tag along, the disrespected Scorpio, to me and to most Scorpios, that's disloyalty. That's emotional disloyalty. And that is a big deal for Scorpio. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, if a Scorpio learns to become more evolved and they transform and all that, then they might start seeing things in an observant way, and they let a lot of things fall off their back. But normally speaking, even evolved Scorpios, down is a natural trait because everything is all about our emotions. So that is emotional disloyalty. If a Scorpio's partner does not have their back emotionally or spiritually or whatever, yeah, that's a big no-no. That's a big like red flag, and a Scorpio is going to be probably very angry about that, very upset, yeah. I would be angry. Okay, at least the unevolved person that I used to be, when that sort of thing used to happen to me in situations. Oh yeah, I would not ever let anyone know I was angry. On the outside, people thought I was just fine. Like I was just like stellar. I would just have that poker face, like nothing bothered me. But deep down internally, I was just steaming. I was steaming the volcanic, lava. I was boiling inside. Let me just say I was boiling inside, but no one ever knew how I really felt. I always just kept a poker face. Like, they're going to get what's due to them, and not by my hands, but yeah. So that's just, I wanted to put that out there because loyalty to a Scorpio, a real Scorpio, is not the same loyalty that you will find in like in a dictionary. Okay. Scorpio loyalty is completely different. It's pretty deep and intense. So I hope I was able to give a good scenario or example of what loyalty to Scorpio looks like. So in other words, it's just anybody that a Scorpio loves, that sits down and dines and entertains our enemies, is our enemy. So if my lover was entertaining somebody that disrespected me, my lover is now my enemy. That's how I would view it, period. And I know that kind of sounds really like, whoa, there's something wrong with you. But no, that's just the way Scorpios think, okay? Our lover, a Scorpio's lover, has to have our back, or else, okay, there's going to be some consequences, emotional consequences, and not necessarily by the Scorpio's hand, you guys, okay? So don't get all scary, spooky. So Scorpios aren't like that. Scorpios are going to be, let me put it this way. Let me give you an example, because I have a Scorpio stellium. Everything I do and behave is Scorpio. So let me give you an example of, like, Scorpios are the last person on earth you should be afraid of. You should be afraid of your shadow. So what the example I'm going to give is, like, back when I was in high school, okay, I'm like 5'10". Okay. So even in high school, I was a really tall girl. And although I was sweet and loved by everyone, I was just very caring. There was this really short girl. She was like 4'10" or whatever. She was like a troll. She kept, out of like nowhere, she just kept cornering me, like in the PE, in the locker room and all that. And literally getting in not my face, she was getting in my belly button, because she came up to my belly button or whatever. She was literally in my belly button threatening, I want to beat you up. I want to fight you. I want to fight you. I want to fight you today. And I'm just like, I would just let her do it. I just would walk away, ignore it, walk away, ignore it, walk away, ignore it, walk. She kept doing it over. I was telling my mom all about this. I was like, there's a little girl, pint-sized girl that's threatening. She wants to beat me up. And so my mom just said, just keep ignoring it. You're doing the right thing. You're just ignoring her. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't even know why she's mad. I don't even know why she wants to beat me up. I don't even know her. So anyways, she kept on and kept on. She put me in a corner. She pressurized me. And when you pressurize a Scorpio, nothing good comes from it. I mean, you just put it that way. Okay. So she finally pressurized me to the point where I looked her in her waist and said, okay, we're going to fight this day and we're going to do it this day. We're going to do it here, blah, blah, blah. I just looked her straight in the, gave her that Scorpio death stare, and I was ready to shred this girl, y'all. But she pushed me. Okay, and I was in high school, and I had never been in a fight with anybody, okay? But I think she had the Napoleon syndrome or something, But once I gave her that look and said, okay, I will fight you, she backed up. She literally she turned into a completely different person. Like, she tried to be my friend after that. She was so sick and sweet and nice to me. It was just like, what the hell? Was that a test? But yeah. But normally Scorpios, when they're confronted with when they're confronted with when they're constantly being bullied or battered, or someone's being confrontational with them, like on a consistent basis, they can only take so much, just like anybody. But normally speaking, like, Scorpios will walk away from confrontation. They do not like altercations. Scorpios don't like altercations. They don't like emotional chaos unless they're the ones creating it. So yeah, Scorpios are not going to be your natural scrappers. You talk to an Aries. If you want someone to do the scrapping for you, you hire an Aries, okay? Or buddy up with an Aries. So they have no problem being the first one to throw a punch. Aries is like the outward Scorpio. Everything that a Scorpio is thinking and wants to do, an Aries will do outwardly, but a Scorpio does behind the scenes. So yeah, I mean, they have a lot of the same characteristics because they share the same planet, Mars. And so Scorpios are naturally going to be the brave. They're going to be brave, but in a different way. Okay, Aries are brave outwardly. Scorpios are brave in a different way, in a more softer, behind the scenes type of way. But Scorpios are brave. They're brave warriors too. They just go about it. They're like the ninjas, the quiet ninjas, So, where Aries is your front runner, like they're your front. They're the warriors, like, that are on the front line of a war. Like, they're going to be your warrior leaders, is your Aries, and then you've got your Scorpio ninjas. You don't know when those ninjas are coming out of the blackness and the darkness to screw your life up, but it's going to happen, folks. So, and I know Aries can be scary, but I'm telling you what, Scorpios, man, don't mess with them. Be nice to a Scorpio, because let me tell you some facts about Scorpios. Whatever energy you give to a Scorpio, and I kid you not, if you give them loving, kind, loyal, honest energy and behavior and on all the good stuff, then they will give it back tenfold. But if you give them nothing but hell and lies and you're disloyal and anything like that, like, it's going to also come back to you tenfold. I've seen this happen over and over and over and over in the people that have been in my personal life or come into my personal life. So yeah, it's very important to tread very lightly, in the sense of how are you treating your Scorpio friend or your Scorpio family member? Because they don't like to be disrespected. They don't like to be embarrassed in public. Don't ever embarrass a Scorpio in public. That's a no-no. Don't do it. Don't do it, folks. Just saying. Okay, I need to get to my chat. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys, if I have been neglecting the chat. Okay, so it was right when you mentioned, okay, so let's see. Sun, Mercury. Okay, so Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Mercury, Scorpio, is that Mars, Scorpio Uranus, and North Node. Awesome. Wow. That's some heavy Scorpio energy. Do you feel like, I want to know, am I the only one that has a Scorpio stellium that feels like literally feels that Scorpio intensity? Like it literally consumes me. Like I don't know. Anyways, I have that. And then the second most dominant trait in my natal birth chart is Leo. So even though Scorpio seems to run the show most of the time, Leo is always vying for a placement in my life. I feel like the lion and the scorpion is constantly battling for supremacy in my life. It's just like, they're both intense energies. I'm like, give me a break, guys. Give me some earth here. I need some earth energies and mellow me out. I need some Cappy energies, something like that. Some Virgo. Taurus, yeah, they're so laid back until you anger them. Let's see, Aries are not as strategic. No, they are not. You got that fun feeds. You are so right about Aries. They are not strategic. They're impulsive. And I love Aries personalities. I get along with Aries really well, you guys. I understand them. And but the thing about Aries is that they are just so impulsive and reckless. And Scorpios are very calculating and very strategic. And I'd rather be with somebody who is strategic than someone who's just impulsive and then messes up everything, He ends up in jail because they couldn't control themselves. And then FunFeed says there's also karma at play when messing with Scorpio. Exactly. I just got done talking about, I had no idea you even put that in the chat. So we're in sync. You and me, we're in sync. You read my mind, or I read your mind. Because you're absolutely right about that. And it only seems to be with Scorpio placements, maybe even Pisces too. I think maybe all the water signs for sure, because but definitely with Scorpios, I see it like, wow, it's so prevalent. Like I've been alive for quite a long time, you guys. And I have stories to tell about, that, the thing about Scorpio's karma. Yeah. Yeah. And if you listen to all my Scorpio playlists, which I have 2 long playlists that I made specifically for Scorpios, or anybody who wants to get to know Scorpios on a deeper level, because honestly, folks, and my dragon fam out there, I go deep into, I'd say, most of my Scorpio videos. I take it one step further. I like to go into the roots of where Scorpios get their traits, like the deep roots. Like I plan on even going deeper and deeper, but I don't want to like overwhelm everyone straight out of the gate, because I am still fairly new to the YouTube family and YouTube channel. I have 2 channels, but this is my main one right now. And I have been creating content for, let's see, maybe we're getting closer to 2 years now. We're over a year and a half. Let's say over a year and a half. But the first 2 or 3 months, oh my goodness, like I look at those videos and I'm scared. I learn from them, don't get me wrong, but I look at them and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like I am so scared. like a deer in headlights. It's crazy. Yeah, because I really didn't like looking at myself, making content. I'm like, do I have to look at myself, please? but I'm passionate about what I have to share, so that trumped everything else. It took precedence. It was like, I got so much to share. I have so much life experience and I want to help others. So that's what ended up happening. And okay, let's see here. Fun feeds. Okay, let's see. Oh, Mala. Oh my. Okay. Forgive me ahead of time if I do not pronounce this name, but I think it's Malakil? Like Mally. How about I just call you Mally for short? Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah. Hello, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you. I appreciate that. That is so kind. Let's see. Everything expands. Can't overwhelm Scorpios. Right. Exactly. That's a good point. Thank you for reminding me. That's another one. Don't emotionally overwhelm Scorpios. Don't bring all the chaos to Scorpio's door. They aren't going to deal with that. Only they can do that for themselves. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Because Scorpios are already overthinking. They're already inside of themselves, in the depths of themselves, and overthinking things or replaying things over and over again and looking at everything. I mean, Scorpios do enough self-examining, and they put enough pressure on themselves. They don't need outside influences. So yeah. That's why I stress that in order for Scorpio to feel emotionally safe in a relationship, they need to be with somebody who is calm. And I mean emotionally calm, because I know most people won't understand what I mean when I say just calm. Emotional calmness, no emotional pressure. Don't get in a Scorpio's face and say, "Why haven't you called me? Oh my gosh, it's been 2 days. I haven't heard from you. Why are you doing this to me? Why aren't you calling me? Oh my gosh." That is not emotional calmness to a Scorpio. And believe me, they will not respond to that. Matter of fact, they'll pack their stuff and fly away to another galaxy before they entertain, getting back with you and responding back to you. No, you cannot bombard a Scorpio emotionally. What you can do, though, if a Scorpio goes silent or goes quiet on you or whatever, just send one text, okay? Not a million texts. Send one text and then wait a little bit, then maybe send another one, but it needs to be short, sweet, and to the point, and very calm energy. Okay. None of this, "Oh my gosh, where are you? You haven't contacted me. I've texted you like 10 times and I haven't heard back from you. What the heck are you doing? Like, what? Are you stupid or something? Like, where are you? Why are you doing this to me?" Okay. Those are the things you don't say to a Scorpio or to anybody, but Scorpios especially. Some other signs might like the chaos. Scorpio does not like emotional chaos like that. They can't handle that pressure. That's just like, ugh. Send something very loving and sweet and to the point, and leave it at that. Saying something like, "I'm thinking about you and I hope you're doing great. I'm here when you need me." Boom, short, sweet, to the point. Okay. And I tell you what, I mean, I've done that with Scorpio men. They went quiet on me and it works like a charm. Okay. It works like a charm. You let the Scorpio come back on their terms and in their time. Okay. Scorpios need to be in control of their lives and of their emotions and all of that. And if they think that you're trying to control them and pressurize them, oh heck no, they're going to run farther and farther away from you. Seriously, they're going to just run fast, fast and far. They're just going to shut down, like shut you out. That is a very good thing. Yeah. You have to give Scorpios time and space to deal with what's going on inside of them. And sometimes if they've gone quiet or disappeared, it has nothing to do with the person they're dating or their loved one. A lot of times it's just what they're going through. They're dealing with maybe something at work. Something happened at work. They're dealing with their own traumatic issues, maybe from childhood. It's not always about you guys. Some Scorpios take everything very deeply, very seriously. They're a very serious, intense sign, okay? And it's not always about you. And definitely can't overwhelm them. Everything expands says can't overwhelm Scorpios. Only they can do that for themselves. And that is so spot on. Thank you for that. And now we've got, okay, someone new. Rennie. Oh my goodness. Rennie Tiji? Okay. Well, hi. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce your name right. Can I just call you McCrae? I'm just going to call you McCrae. I just hopped on, and this just about Sun, Moon, Rising Scorpio. Oh, this is right now. I'm talking about all Scorpio placements, like Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Venus, Scorpio Mars, whatever. I'm taking questions also, but I'm covering Scorpio placements across the board. I was just talking in the beginning about Scorpio and Venus, but now it's all for all placements. So yeah, you came in at a good time. Okay, so you're telling me that, okay, you have Mars, Saturn, and Pluto in Scorpio, but that's it. Oh, that's a lot, hun. Okay, that's a lot because you've got Scorpio in its home planet. So that's some intense energy right there. And also in Mars, that's also a very strong placement. But I'd have to look at your complete, natal birth chart to see the aspects and all that. But if I'm just looking at it on a general plane, those are some strong placements there, especially in the Pluto. And then you're saying your sun is a Scorpio, Sun, Mercury, and Venus. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just talking about the Scorpio and Venus traits and how like a typical Scorpio and Venus would act in a relationship. So we have another goddess, Chanel, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Venus. Awesome. There's my Scorpio Venuses. I love seeing all of you here. Cray, thank you so much for your comments. I love that you're here, and I hope you feel welcome. So happy Mother's Day. Thank you. I am a mother too, and I want to say happy Mother's Day to you fabulous, beautiful ladies out there. And I hope that you're having a great day with your kids, like having lots of love and fun and stuff. Let's see here. Oh, this is your first time. You know what, Goddess Chanel, this is your first time. I love the fact you have 444. I'm into all of that stuff, the numbers like 333s, 444. I see them all the time. I'm like, anyways, that's for another time, another video. But like, I'm so happy to have you. So we have another goddess in the house, folks. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate that. So you're Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Venus. Yeah, Scorpio Venus that's maybe you can chime in since you are actually a Scorpio Venus. Because I was trying to explain that I don't have Scorpio Venus personally, but I'm actually in a relationship with somebody that has Scorpio and Venus, but from not only him, but others, Scorpio Venus placements seem to really have it really rough because of the intensity and of like when they fall in love with somebody, it's almost impossible to find somebody with the same intensity, with the same loyalty and all that as a Scorpio and Venus is. And I have met a lot of really, really, really heartbroken Scorpio Venus placements because a Scorpio and Venus gives their all. They're giving, their soul, their emotions, their loyalty, all that when they fall in love, that is. And then like they end up getting their heart broke and all that. And so I don't know, I've heard that it's one of the hardest placements to have. So, and I don't know. Anyways, but I'm just putting it out there for anybody who has Scorpio and Venus to chime in on that. But anyways, I'm so glad that you guys all came and got on the Scorpio bandwagon today because we're having a Scorpio party. So it's wonderful to see new people, new faces. And so I'm going to check my notes one more time, and then I'm probably going to jump off here. But don't worry, you guys, I will be going live. I'm going to try to do more lives, probably more on like the weekends. I will be creating more content this coming week. And I'm going to be putting out like a Scorpio and Mars video. And I'm also going to be concentrating on love compatibility signs, but it's also going to deal with like, when I talk about like the zodiac sign love compatibility, I'm not just talking about sun sign love compatibility. I'm talking about moon and Mars and Venus also has to be compatible. Those other signs, the Mars, moons, and Venus, are a lot more important to have in line with another person's. Your sun sign is is more your personality, your inner core, whatever. But how you operate, how you literally make decisions and how you communicate, and especially with women, a lot of women make decisions based on their emotions, which deals with their moon sign. So knowing your moon sign is vital, and knowing your Venus and Mars placement are also vital when it comes to intimate relationships, if you're looking for like marital type relationships. And so when I do my zodiac love compatibility videos, which I've done a few already for Scorpio. I've done Scorpio with Taurus. I've done Scorpio moon with Capricorn moon. Let's see. I'm going to be doing a Scorpio love compatibility with Leo. Now we're talking about Leo and Scorpio and all of those 4 placements that I just spoke about. That's where you want to have your alignments with or your compatibility is with the moon, Mars, and Venus. So like, for instance, let me give you an example. Like Scorpio moon signs are very compatible with a Capricorn moon. Scorpio and Capricorn are very compatible. So if you've got like Capricorn and Venus and Scorpio and Venus, that's very compatible. Same with Mars and Scorpio. They're just a very compatible. And also Scorpio and Virgo are compatible. And Scorpio, I guess Pisces, for some people, it's Pisces or Cancer, that sort of thing. Not sure if I've done, I think I have done, I have the Scorpio with Cancer compatibility. I've done a video for those 2 signs. So the next one's going to be Scorpio and Leo. And then I'm just going to continue on with like Scorpio and Aries compatibility, that sort of thing. I'm going to end up doing that for every single zodiac sign. So no matter what, Taurus is going to get their own series. Cancer zodiac signs are going to get their own series, but I focus a lot and always will focus majority of my time with Scorpios because they're so misunderstood. And I have to say that of all the people that contact me, and this is the honest to God truth, they are asking for help dealing with a Scorpio. I haven't had anybody else contact me needing help, like begging me for help to dealing with any other zodiac sign, only Scorpio. So I have to say right now, Scorpio is the most Googled and most popular sign. So, and they're also the most misunderstood. And so, yeah. Anyways, let me go check the chat one more time and then I'll get back to my notes and then we'll see if I missed anything. First time here, and I'm so glad you came and chimed in, Goddess Chanel. And then we've got Mali as an earth sign, Taurus. Okay, so you are Taurus. Okay, there we go. There's some nice earthy energy. Taurus woman, how can I make my Scorpio man more interested? Oh, there's the question. See? There we go. Okay, so please and thank you for answering. Yes. Okay, so I'm sorry. It took me a while to get around to that. I've been waiting for the questions on Scorpio man, and there it comes. So yeah, as an earth sign. So yeah, so you want to catch the attention of a Scorpio. Well, I would just say, first and foremost, you have to be yourself. You have to be authentic. Okay, they don't want someone fake. So I mean, I don't know the situation. I don't know, like, if you work with this person, I don't really know all of the outlining details. Do you interact with them on a daily basis? That sort of thing. That would be helpful to know. It would be helpful to know, like, if you guys have already dated. But if you want him to, the one thing I would have to say is that be kind towards your Scorpio, be authentic, don't fake anything. Be you, be authentic, be kind, be calm, be emotionally calm. What I mean is, like, don't pressurize him. Just make, like, if you work with, let's just say you work with him and you run into him at work or whatever, when you do see him, go out of your way and say, hey, how are you doing? Be friendly, be kind, be you. Okay, whatever that is. Okay. I know that when I worked with a Scorpio, I can tell you my personal story around, like, Scorpio men, is I was just myself. Like, if I felt like saying hi to them, then I would. And if I didn't feel like saying hi to them, then I wouldn't. I was just myself. And a lot of Scorpio men are drawn to that. So someone who's just being authentic, being themselves. I was very mysterious too. I didn't, I wasn't, I'm not a social butterfly, and I don't gossip. And Scorpios are drawn to that. And I would say people admired me and respected me, but I was not a social butterfly. I've never have and never have been one of those types of people that gossip about others. I treat people really good. So the Scorpio, if they see you just being yourself, but not giving away too much, not putting your cards on the table, not being somebody that they couldn't trust emotionally. Like, if you were somebody that likes to gossip, then that might put them off. If you're someone that backstabs people, that's, so as far as attracting your Scorpio man, I would say the number one thing is be you and have strong emotional boundaries. Don't let a Scorpio come in and try to dominate everything. You stand your ground in who you are. Like, if you have strong boundaries, be mysterious, give a lot of, eye contact, and be kind when you talk to them. Just be authentically kind. Don't force anything like that. A Scorpio knows a difference when you're pretending or you're forcing to be happy, or when you're forcing to be kind, or you're forcing that smile. They know the difference. They are X-ray vision. Okay, boom. They can see right through all of that. And that is a big thing. Like, for me, if I don't see, if I see somebody, like, putting on a facade, and I know they're not being genuinely them, it turns me off, like, right away. It just, like, I want someone who's really just themselves. Like, they don't care. I mean, if a Scorpio sees you and you're in a bad mood, let them see you in a bad mood. That's not going to put them off. Just don't treat them bad. Okay. Scorpios don't expect you to be perfect or always in a good mood. They just don't want you to be inauthentic, and they don't want to deal with anybody who's an asshole either. Okay. You can have all the trauma in the world, that's not going to scare a Scorpio off. But if I have to know, like, what stage you guys are at with your Scorpio person, that really helps me a lot. So please and thank you for answering. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, so we got somebody new. Hello. Let me see. I'm gonna try to shorten your name up. Fabricator or Santhio. I'll just say Santhio or Santino. How about Santino? Hello, Santino. Interesting video. I have my sun and moon in Scorpio. Oh, wow. Okay. And Mars and Venus. Oh, wait. So you have your sun and moon in Scorpio, Mars and Venus in Virgo. Oh, wow. Okay. Always just assumed I should look for another water sign. right? Yeah. Yeah. So you have kind of a good balance there already of some water and earth to help balance you out right there. I wish I had a lot more earth in my natal birth chart. I do have earth, but it's just little bit. Um, let's see here. So yeah, since you have your sun and moon in Scorpio, um, you can either find love with another water sign or even another earth sign. Because water and earth, they go together very well. They complement each other. Like earth is so calm. They are so good at absorbing the intensity of Scorpio's energy or Cancer's energy. Water signs in general, especially Cancers and Scorpios, they can throw down when it comes to emotional energy. Let me just say, and Scorpios are the most intense of all three signs. I know there's probably some Pisces listening, but Scorpios are by far the most intense. Okay. I know all water signs are intense and they can go deep, but Scorpios are by far the most intense. Hi, Pisces. I feel like I get along well with Scorpios. Oh, hi. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So normally speaking, Pisces and Scorpios get along pretty well. They even get married and all that. So no issues there. I think they like me because I'm quiet and always keep secrets. Right. There you go. Takes a lot to open up. Right. Yeah. Yeah. See, and Scorpios like mystery. So if you're just like, what, Luca Plaky of the mouth and just telling all your secrets, up front and right away to a Scorpio, oh my gosh, there's no mystery left. And that's boring to a Scorpio. I'm sorry. And another Scorpio, like two Scorpios together are going to be mysterious always to each other. Because if it's a Scorpio man, a Scorpio female, they're going to always be like very mysterious. They can both go deep, of course, emotionally deep and probably have great passionate love in between the sheets and all that. It's going to be intense no matter what they're doing. But yeah, I would say, yeah, to really keep a Scorpio's interests, definitely don't be sharing your secrets, especially in the beginning. You drop a little bit of crumbs here and there, but it's all about getting emotionally deep, with a Scorpio. They have to have that emotional loyalty. They have to feel safe emotionally, and they got to feel like it's like they take the heart out of their chest when they feel like they can trust their lover. Scorpio will literally take their heart and soul out of their chest, and they want to merge it with their partners. And the thing is when Scorpios feel like you are mishandling their heart and you're mishandling their emotions, that's when all hell breaks loose. Okay. You don't want your Scorpio to be angry. Okay. You do not want to go there with a Scorpio. Yes. Yeah. There's nothing good that will ever come from betraying a Scorpio. Let's see her. And let's see. Okay. So we have, someone new. Wow. I've got so many new people. I'm stoked, you guys. Okay. So we've got Mega Nicole. Can I just call you Nicole? I hope you're going to be fine with that. You're saying Leo sun. Okay, so you're Leo sun and Scorpio moon and Scorpio rising. Oh wow. Okay, so you pretty much probably feel like I do, because that's my two dominant placements is Scorpio and Leo. And oh my gosh, it's like a battle between the Scorpion want to dominate me and the Lion. It's like, yeah, I wonder if you feel that way too, because you have the Leo sun with the Scorpio intense moon and then Scorpio right. Yeah, that's some intense, right? That's intensity too. I mean, Leos are an intense sign. They bring the heat, You're dealing with a lion. You're dealing with like scorpions and lions can both kill you folks. So that's some intense, right, vibes right there, you guys. But I thank you so much for chiming in. Let me see. Malik, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Did I accurately answer your question? The main thing, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, is that when you are trying to lure another Scorpio, whether it's a male or female, you first and foremost need to be yourself. You need to be authentic. So, if you happen to go to work and you work with that Scorpio and you're having a bad day, don't pretend, just be yourself. But, we don't like the phony facades and the made up stories and the fake smiles and all of that stuff. I know that when someone is smiling, this is what I've learned in my long life, is that the more someone is smiling to my face, especially when I first meet them, when they're pretty new in my life, especially, the more I know that they're going to backstab me. I know that it's just all a facade. They're either fooling themselves because they're deep down very miserable, and so they cover it up with the fake smiles, or they're just jealous or envious right off the bat. And I've had to deal with that most of my life, with women being very envious and jealous of me. And it really has nothing to do with the way I look. It's just the way that I hold myself, the way I walk, the way I act, the way I work, everything about me, I guess, was very intimidating to a lot of women and men. So it's like people really, really admired me, or they really, really were like so envious. Well, they admired me and they were envious at the same time, but for Scorpio, you guys, no matter what placement you are, Scorpios don't want fake energy. That's just, it's a turn off. It's an ick. To me, it's an ick. It's it's like, ugh. Get your fake smile and your fake laugh and your fake energy and your fake everything out of my face. Get out of my aura, out of my space. Just get away. Because I don't know, maybe some of you are like that, but to Scorpios, it's a huge ick. Fake anything, superficial anything, superficial conversations is a turn off, but especially someone who's fake. If you are sincerely just a jerk, okay, whatever, Scorpio ain't gonna mess with you either way, but just be authentic, and be mysterious, and don't show all of your cards. If you're playing poker, you guys, you have to think in terms of relationships. If you're playing a poker game, you're not showing and revealing all your cards right away. You're slowly putting down your cards. You're slowly revealing a number or whatever you have. You're slowly revealing. It's not all at once, like, here it is. Then the mystery's gone and it's no fun, and a Scorpio's going to be bored. So, and it's just, that's the way it is. Scorpios do get bored. So be so mysterious, but be authentic too. I can't stress that enough. If you show, like, I would sit back and watch people. I'm more I will observe people before I ever confront them. I have to know if they're someone that I could trust, to talk to about certain things. Just trusting and all that. So with Scorpios, that's what they do. They're going to sit back. They're going to observe everything. They're going to turn into the most incredible FBI investigator you've ever known in your life. And they're going to look at you with a fine-tooth comb, and they're going to study everything about you. They may stalk you a little bit, but don't get spooked out. Oh my goodness. It's not harmful. Stalking. Everyone does it, right? If you have social media, they're going to be looking at your social media. They're going to be studying your tone of voice, you know, your facial expressions, your body language, your vibes. Okay, Scorpios can sense energy shifts. And so Scorpio, because they're a fixed water sign, they're going to remember everything about you, because water stores memories forever. Okay, you know, I'm not even joking here, you guys. So when you're thinking, and cancers are like that too. Okay, I think all the water signs are pretty much across the board. They don't forget anything, but Scorpios more than the other two. I'm not saying that Cancers and Pisces don't love deeply, but Scorpios, when they love, is on a different level of intensity. They're soul consuming. They really want to merge and consume your soul. Okay, literally. And so, yeah. And Scorpio moons, I know, are like that too. Am I right or am I right? Anybody who's got like a stellium in their chart of Scorpio is going to definitely possess those qualities and those feelings and everything. So let me check my notes really quick, you guys, and see if I have covered everything. Yeah, I covered that part. Transformation. Yeah, so basically, like with a Scorpio and Venus, they're going to say something like, I want all of you, not the version that you show the rest of the world. Okay. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that unless there is questions or comments. Then I'll check I'm going to check the comment section one more time because I'm not sure if oh, wait, hold on. I think I've got, oh, wait, I scrolled up and I should have been scrolling down. So my best friend and I are both, okay, so I did skip some. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm Pisces. All right, so, okay, so yeah, thank you for answering me, Malikalik. I'm glad. Okay, so Santino, my best friend and I are both Scorpio men with Aquarius ex-wives. Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all. And I'm not laughing because you got divorced. I'm just laughing because they happen to be with Aquariuses. And yeah, I don't recommend those two going together. I think that like they can teach each other. Aquarius and Scorpios definitely can teach each other some things and complement each other like in certain ways, but as far as like on a forever soul level, Aquarius, I know that Aquarius rubs me the wrong way when it comes to intimate relationships. And as far as friendships, Aquariuses have a lot to offer in terms of just friendships and all that sort of thing and lessons to be learned. But as far as like Scorpio and Aquariuses coming together to in marriage, oh, I never recommend that combination. I don't, you know, but I'd have to look at the whole natal birth chart to see everything because it's got to be based on more than just your sun sign. So, but yeah, in general, you guys, I would never put Aquarius and Scorpios together. Scorpio, no. But they definitely can learn from each other for sure. Completely agree. Only truth and authentic. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. The authenticity. That's a huge thing. Because like Scorpios, you could probably relate whether you're Scorpio, sun, moon, or stellium, you literally have a natural vibe detector. You can see through all the BS. You know when someone could be, oh, hi, ha, 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 but their vibes are creeping you out or giving you a completely different story altogether. And you cannot ignore vibes. You can't. I can't. So Let's see here. I wish there were Scorpio men near me. Yeah. What? Well, they're probably all taken. No, they're not all taken. Believe me, there's a lot of Scorpio men out there for sure. There's definitely a lot. I mean, but maybe your Scorpio soulmate is just, hiding right now. Maybe he's taking care of personal business, and then you just got to manifest them. Say, let's see here. Maybe because I have an Aries rising, who knows? No, you know what? Scorpio and Aries usually do very well together. And generally speaking, I mean, oh my gosh, my uncle's Aries, my aunt is Scorpio. They've been married forever. And my baby sister, who I'm really close to, she's Aries. Of course, she's got a lot of Virgo and Earth, but she married a Scorpio. But they both have a lot of Earth. They have a lot of complementary placements in their natal birth chart, other than their sun signs. So, like in general, like I've been with Aries people or around Aries, and I generally speaking get along with Aries really well. I understand the way they think. I'm share the same planet. They just show, like Aries shows the part of Mars in a different way. Like Mars energy is expressed completely different through an Aries than it is through a Scorpio. But believe me, the same traits are there. They're expressed in two different completely ways. That's all it is. It's like Aries is the extrovert of a Scorpio. They just, like Aries does everything out in the open and in the, they're a little impulsive, but Scorpio has the same feelings and traits, but they do everything in the dark, in the shadows, behind the scenes, and they do it. They're very strategic. Like Scorpios do everything strategically, and they're usually very calculating, like a Virgo. So, hi, Mark. I'm glad you made it. Well, I'm glad I stayed on here a little longer, just so I could say hello to Mark. Awesome. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Mark? So awesome. Mark is somebody who comments on my videos regularly. So I just, yay, shout out. I'm not sure if I can I'm still learning how to do all this stuff in the chat because I don't do this a lot, but okay, I tried to give you guys a heart. Oh, you're still half asleep? Oh no. I can't wish you happy Mother's Day, but I hope that you did have a good day with your mother, So, and happy Mother's Day to all the ladies that showed up. I really appreciate you taking time to chime in or to ask me questions. I really am in the business of helping others. And that's really what gets me up in the morning. It's the reward of helping others or guiding others or assisting others so they don't make the mistakes that I made, and I mean, this can go past astrology, because my very first videos that I ever posted were about manifesting, believe it or not, you guys. If you went back, I don't know if they're public now, but some of them are still. Some of my older videos, it was all about how to manifest your desires, how to manifest love and all that. And I base all of it on my personal experiences. And I definitely implement a lot of my personal stories into those videos, but they're completely different than when I decided, okay, I'm doing astrology because my passion is in helping people in relationships and also helping people understand themselves better. But astrology helps you understand yourself better too. So I have my hands in 3 different niches, but I put them all in one channel because you know what? All 3 are in the business of helping others either become a better person or have a better relationship with themselves or with their loved ones. And I do have a separate YouTube channel. It's all about health and fitness and all that, because I used to be a personal trainer. I used to train super soldiers on a NATO base over in Mons, Belgium. So I have a full life. and lots of experience, but I didn't want to put the health and fitness into this channel. That just would not work. So anyways, this is the main channel for now. And so if you guys do need additional one-on-one coaching or help or assistance or whatever, I do have a Google sign-up form that will be in this description box and all my other videos description box. You just have to click on it, fill it out. Or alternatively, you can contact me via my email. That's how most people have contacted me, is via my email. And then we just go from there. And you can have me all to yourself. So, but the fact that I have been bombarded lately with a lot of questions from ladies asking how to cope with a Scorpio man that's broke their heart or whatever. And I've been getting a lot of them lately. I decided, you know what, let me go live. Let me see if I can just go live, and then boom, you can show up and ask as many questions as you want. And so I've done live 3 times this week, you guys. And I'm still trying to get comfortable with it, because it's, for me, looking at myself in the camera, I try not to think about it, guys. I just try not to think about it. It's just, if you've ever done YouTube or looked at yourself in the camera, it takes a while to get used to doing it. It's like, well, yeah. So, but when I know that it's helping others, that's what inspires me. That's my passion, is helping others. It keeps that fire lit under my Heiner. So, but Mark, I'm so glad that you made it. Still half asleep. Very true. Yeah. So my goodness, I'm not sure where you are in the galaxy here, but like, you must be on a different schedule then. I mean, I don't even know where you live. You could be in a different country for all I know. Oh, you're in Australia. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. I've been to Australia. I love Australians. Oh my goodness. Australians were so good to me when I was over there. I love Australia, guys. But Australia's changed though. I just hope the people haven't changed, but that's awesome. Yeah, Australians, man. I had the time of my life. I was there during the World Expo of 88. And oh my goodness, it was just like, wow. The cleanest place I'd ever been. Like, we went to the Opera House, we went to Brisbane, Sydney, we went to the Outback. Oh my goodness, Australia is amazing. If anyone has not gone to Australia, that's the place to go. Yeah, I learned all kinds of new words too. Down to earth. Yeah, the people in Australia down there. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Yeah, definitely. I just love the accent, the Australian accent. Oh my goodness. By the time I left, I was there for a whole month. And by the time I left, I had the Australian accent. I didn't even know that, that I was even speaking with that accent until my mom and my dad heard me talking. Like, what's that? You picked up? But the same thing when I went and lived overseas and stuff, I picked up on the French language and all that. And I came back with learning French, and then like Spanish people would talk to me and I would answer them in French. I didn't even realize I was doing it. It was just like crazy. Australians are awesome. Thank you so much for being here and chiming in. Now I understand why you're still half asleep. Because oh my goodness, the plane ride. Oh wow, how long did it take? The plane trip, the flight, not the trip. The flight out there was, oh my goodness, I think it was 11 hours. It was crazy long. And then like we went during Australia's winter time, left during summertime in the States, and then it was winter in Australia. But it was so mild. It just rained when we were there. It was so awesome. Yeah. Yeah. It was probably more like 12 hours, but gosh, it was so long ago. I get it confused with how long it took to fly to Wales and how long it took to fly to Belgium. I think the one to Belgium was 13 hours. Oh, I was like, is this flight ever going to end? I'm like, I don't want to live on a plane. I like planes, but I don't want to live on them. I felt claustrophobic. Oh, you're welcome, Santiano. He says, thanks for your wisdom, Julianne. Continue to be the greatest. Oh, thank you so much. You too. I hope that you chime in next time I go live, or I'll see you in the comment section, you guys. I love it when you guys leave your unique mark in my video comment section. And you know what, to be honest, to be brutally honest, I read every single comment and I reply to every single comment. And if I haven't replied like right away, I will get to it. But there has been like 1 or 2 comments that have been made, like on my older Scorpio videos or older videos, period. And for some reason, YouTube doesn't inform me that a comment was left on one of those videos. And so I'm just like, dang it. Shoot, I was just like so bummed. I'm like, man, they probably think I'm ignoring them. But I will not ignore anybody. But there is times where YouTube isn't holding up their end of the bargain and they're not giving me the notifications. Or maybe somebody leaves me a comment, you know, they're in private mode. And if they're in private mode, leaving a comment, it won't show up usually. So anyways, but yeah. So if you are interested in learning more Scorpio, like you really want either more in-depth material, I do have the 2 Scorpio playlists. One is called Scorpio's Book of Shadows, and the newest Scorpio playlist I have created is called the Scorpio Codex. It has my newer videos, but both playlists have very, very vital, very deep information. So whether you're a Scorpio or not, and you want to know more about yourself or about a Scorpio, I highly encourage you guys to check out those videos. And if you need like one-on-one coaching for whatever, whether it's astrology or relationships or whatever, you guys can contact me through the Google form in the description box or via my email. Either way, there's different ways. I put out different avenues in which you guys can contact me, and you know, just drop me a comment or whatever. But Rob's okay. Hi, Rob Smiley. You just popped in. Hi. Definitely always responds to my, yeah, I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah, I really do try. I really feel it's important to engage with people. I think that's really, really important. I think that's the most important thing for me. And I want everyone to feel seen and feel heard and feel important and acknowledged. And those are all the things that I would want if I'm going to another YouTube channel and I take time to leave, especially in an in-depth comment or whatever, I expect or I want a response back from that YouTuber. Now, I know that there's some people out there that have like 1 million subscribers, and honestly, it's probably impossible for them to get to every single person. But if you're on a small level, like I am at this current moment, there's really no reason to give a honest response back. So thank goodness. I mean, I will be big one day, you guys. I'm just saying. But right now, there's nothing holding me back from being very involved with my community or my audience or whoever's watching me or needs me, you know. So yeah. And I think that it's really important to me, it shows respect too. Like if someone's going to take time to watch your video, they're going to take time to respond to your video, then, you know, it's only out of common decency and respect to respond and show that, you know, I see that you're here. Thank you. You know, yes, it takes a lot of time and energy for a content creator to create material. It takes a lot of time, you guys. A lot of time is involved. And so, but it doesn't mean that the creator shouldn't be appreciative of the people that come to watch their material, so it goes both ways. The relationship goes both ways. And I want to build a strong community and a foundation where everyone feels safe to be themselves and safe to be heard and seen. So yeah, and yes, and definitely yeah, Rob Smiley, like I was saying earlier, I love it when my audience leaves their unique mark on my videos or my channel or whatever. And like you said, I wanted my chakra signature to be right. There you go. So that's kind of similar, huh? Yeah, that's awesome. And let's see here. It is important. Scorpions love that. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Scorpios definitely love the attention for sure. Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, I don't know if she's still here, but she asked a question of how she could get a Scorpio's attention. And yeah, you have to give a Scorpio definitely attention, the right kind of attention without revealing too much, without taking away your mysterious, without giving away your secrets, that sort of thing. So, but you definitely, I remember like the Scorpios I've dealt with, they actually loved it when I gave them attention. But it was real attention. Like if I didn't feel like giving them attention, I wasn't giving them attention. But if it felt normal and it was authentic, I would definitely be engaging with a Scorpio, saying hello, how are you, how's your day, whatever. I'm usually like when I was in an elevated position at work once upon a time, I always went out of my way to make everyone feel invited, feel comfortable, feel seen. And I was always the first one to say hello to people, especially if they were new and they were coming in as a newbie. And so I think that's really important. Because when you go to a new job, especially I was working with several hundred people, when you're new, you're going to feel a little nervous, a little uneasy, so I like to try to make people feel comfortable. You love the redheads, y'all. You love the redheads, y'all. Really stand out. Thank you, Rob Smiley. Yeah. My great grandma had flaming red hair, so I was born with the strawberry blonde hair. It wasn't quite like this color. It was strawberry blonde, and I would sit in the mirror, I remember as a kid, and pluck out all the red hairs, because where I came from, if you had like really red hair, you were considered a demon child. And so between finding out that I had O negative blood type and then red hair, I was like, oh my God, I'm a demon child. Oh no, I don't, I was so like freaked out for no reason, you guys. But I remember like if there was a kid in school, I don't know, maybe some of you went through this, if there was a kid in school and they had like really red hair, they were teased and demonized. And that was in the state of California. So back in the day. But anyways, but yeah. But I come from a family of redheads. So like yeah. I embrace the redness now. So right. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. That's funny that you bring that up, because I actually do have a video I created about the dragon bloodline. And which talks about vampires and witches and all that, and the predominantly having red hair and blue eyes or green eyes or blonde or whatever. And so, yeah, I did create a video based on that. I was engaged to Prince Nicholas de Vere. And anyway, so yeah, that's crazy. You bring that up, the redheaded thing. Yeah. So I'm not normally this red. I usually have more blonde in my hair with the red color, but I don't know. I've been thinking like my great grandma, I have her exact big blue eyes, and my mom told me that I look just like her. So I don't know, maybe I have her energy and spirit too. So But she wasn't the only flaming redhead in my family. It's like my aunt and my dad, he sports the red beard. And like there's a lot of redheads in my family. So, and Rob Smiley, I'm writing a story about vampires. I gotta check it out. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. As Rob Smiley says, reminds me of the Weasley family in Harry Potter. Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. My daughter loved the Harry Potter series. I literally would sit and watch every single Harry Potter movie that came out with my kids. They were so into the Harry Potter thing. Like, I'm like, okay, this is all just innocent stuff, whatever. But yeah. But I appreciate you guys being here. And but yeah, if you guys do need like one-on-one coaching, you know how to contact me via my email. And I have the Google sign up form link in my description box, and it's in every single one of my videos. I also have new merch out for sale, but I'm not wearing any of the t-shirts right now. I'm going to get all of those, and I will show you. I have new t-shirts and some coffee mugs and that sort of thing. And I have that link in my description box too. So sorry about the noise. My phone is going off here. I'm keep getting these like notifications. So let me see what you said. Reminds me of the, okay, so me too. The Half-Blood Prince is my favorite one. Yeah. Yeah, Harry Potter. So yeah, those are actually pretty interesting. I mean, my kids loved them, so. Oh, okay. Thank you. You like my zodiac sign backdrop? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I have a few of them, but I like this one. I think this is my favorite one. So you guys, I appreciate you being here, and I'm going to jump off here now, and I will look forward to hearing from all of you, either in my new content that will be coming out next week. I do try to post at least 3 to 5 times a week, whether it's new content that I created or live videos. I at least like to show my face at least 3 times a week, if not more. Sometimes I go on a run and just like post for 10 days in a row. Like I get a daffodil up my butt and I just go, whoa, let's do this. So, but peace and say peace and love to you too. I hope you have a wonderful day, Rob Smiley. And I hope everyone enjoys their day with their mothers. And please, if you are a son, reach out to your mom and at least acknowledge her, say hi. If you don't want to talk to her on the phone, if you don't like your mom. Okay, it's all good. All right, good. I'm glad. I don't want to hurt your feelings. That's why I give people nicknames. Yeah, that's me too. If they have a long name, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just like, you know what? How about this? Are you okay with this? Are you down for, hey, just Rob instead of Rob Smiley? Or so yeah, I get all kinds of different names, and like I'll remember a face forever, but a name, I'm like, if it ain't like a standard easy name like Ken or Rob or I'm just like, what? Anyways, it's always Rob or Smiley. Right, there you go. Yeah, Rob or Smiley. That's right. Yeah, Rob is, there you go, short, sweet, to the point. Thank you all for being here. I love you all too much, and we will get together and have another Scorpio bash very soon. Okay, so I will let you all know. And stay tuned for coming up this next week. I will have a Scorpio and Leo video out. I'll have a Scorpio and Mars video out, and probably some other videos. I'm just not sure what next. Probably Cancer, a video about Cancer signs. Because Scorpios, you love you a Cancer, don't you? Bye, Mark. Maliuk. Have a great day. You're charismatic. I like your vibe. Oh, yeah. That's the Leo trying to dominate my Scorpio. they're at a battle right now because Leos are very charismatic, and Scorpio's like, I'm private, leave me alone. So right now, Leo's winning. So I miss Cancer cooking me. Yeah, Cancers are notorious for being so nurturing. They're great cooks. So yeah, I'm going to be starting a Cancer playlist or series, a mini series all about Cancers. I did one on Pisces. Of course, I did 2 playlists on Scorpios already, 2 long ones about Scorpios. But I'm going to start doing a mini series on Cancers, but I'll still be making content about Scorpios. I'm never going to stop making content about you guys, about Scorpios. Because I just love you guys, okay? So yeah, Cancers are definitely good at cooking for sure. Yeah, I've got Cancer in me too. So I love to cook, but it's not my dominant placement. So every once in a while you might see a little bit of that come out in me, but it's not so much, it's not prevalent, it's not dominant. I have too much Scorpio going on there. Like Scorpio trumps everything else, but Leo definitely makes its presence. I mean, there's a lot of times where I'm like, okay, Leo is winning right now, but that's just for the very short term right now. Short term. Your time is limited, Leo. Because yeah, you say I'm a Cancer. Oh, you are a Cancer moon. Okay, awesome. I did create a video about Cancer moons, I believe. Yeah, not too long ago. But yeah, I'm going to be doing, and so like when I do videos about Cancer, sun sign or whatever, you can just apply that to a moon sign. Basically, the traits are basically the same. They might just be onto a more intense degree. Like if you're Cancer moon, you're going to be a little more intense and moody and all that, because the moon is your natural ruler. So but yeah, anyways, enough of that. I am actually gonna have to jump off here, you guys. I love seeing that I have had so many people join me and so many new faces. I'm stoked, you guys. Like, you may not be able to see it, but I'm happy that you guys chimed in and left your unique mark and left your unique energy here too, because that's a big thing. So you guys made my day. I hope that I was helpful. You can go back and watch this video. I don't even know how long I've been on here. My goodness, how long I've been going for. Where's this? Oh, over 2 hours. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So, that's a lot of content, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Mark, you're awesome. You have a wonderful, very pleasant and peaceful night, okay? And Rob Smiley, you too. You all have a great, peaceful night and enjoy your time with your mommies and with yourself. And all right, I took these off too soon. I leave imprints on people. I'm like, right, yeah, exactly. You definitely would. I mean, that's what Scorpios do. And if you have the Cancer moon sign, oh my goodness, yeah, definitely. You got it going on there. Definitely got the emotions involved, so but yeah, I'll learn more about you guys, and so you guys have a great night.